Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head!
Well, will you look what happened to me? I can't believe it myself. Suddenly, I'm on top of the world, hanging out in the junk room with that Junkman, Larry Wampa, and all those G's. I tell you, it should have happened to someone else. I know you think I'm just normal gangster Chewy. Not anymore. Well, I'm gangster by day and superhero by night. I am Super Tabaka. I can walk on air, dog. I never knew I could feel so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who can it be? That's right, Super Tabaka. Just like the light of a new day, it hit me out of the blue, bringing me out of the spell I was in, making all my wishes come true, like wishing I was on the east side. Enough about me, let's talk about the greatest of all American heroes, Ralph. Here's the Junkman to tell you about the released and not released greatest American hero action figures. Peace out, player.
Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with a whole new video and a squeaky chair. Not as squeaky as I wanted it to be when I wanted it to be. Anyway, man, I haven't done a video in 2 days, and I swear it feels like I haven't done a video in about 48 hours. So, let's get on with it. Before that, as always, like support this channel, head over to patreon.com, get some exclusive content, some videos early, commentary, and some other things. A lot of fun over there. And if you want to support this channel another way, check out thatjunkman.com and buy some cool t-shirts like this shirt right here. That's a brand new one you can get at thatjunkman.com. And if you don't know what this shirt means, then you're probably not going to like this video, because we're going to talk about released and unreleased toys from one of the best television shows of the 80s, The Greatest American Hero. And yes, before you say in the comment, the main star of the show did audition to play Luke Skywalker. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the Greatest American Hero action figures.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else.
For those out there that might not know, what is the Greatest American Hero? Well, it was a comedy drama that aired during the 80s, actually from 1981 to 1983 on ABC. And it starred William Catt as Ralph Hickley, who found a superhero costume left by aliens that he could put on and become a Superman-like hero. He could fly, treble strength, everything a superhero would have. The only thing wrong here, the aliens didn't leave the instructions to the costume. So he had to kind of figure it out as he went along. And he was a bumbling fool, and we had bellyaches from laughing so hard. It also starred one of the sexiest actors of the 80s, Robert Culp, and the unforgettable Connie Selica. Although the series didn't have really a final ending, they did come back in 1987, where there was a planned reboot to star a female Greatest American Hero. The pilot episode served as kind of an ending to The Greatest American Hero, where you find out that the whole world found out about Ralph and his superpowers, and this upset the aliens, who somehow made everyone forget that he had superpowers, and then Ralph was given the task of finding someone new for the costume, and that new person was the female version of the Greatest American Hero.
I'm gonna make you really proud that you chose me. You too, Bill. Is this wild or what?
'Cause sometimes things work out just like you planned.
And not only was this one of the best comedy dramas of the 80s, it had one of the best theme songs of the 80s, which today is probably more popular than the television show itself. Now that we talked about the show and that theme song that we all know, let's look at the released Greatest American Hero figures from Mego. There was only one toy set released. This was 2 figures that came with a VW Bug. Come on, let's go take a look at that. And here's the 1981 The Greatest American Hero box set that came with the VW Bug, 2 figures, the hero, Ralph, and his buddy Bill. Let's take a closer look at Ralph, the hero of the show. Pretty good looking detail for 1981. Looks a lot like the actor that played him, and it's a decent looking figure. As for his BFF Bill, let's take a closer look at him. And here it is, again a decent looking figure. But if you ask me, it looks a lot like the Indiana Jones from the LJN line. The box for the car and the figures is very nice looking. Looks really great on display. On the back of the box was some cutout photos from the television show. And this toy is rare. It's not that hard to find loose on eBay, but it's going to run you a couple $100, probably around $500 to $700 depending on the condition. But to find this thing still in the box and mint in the box, it's probably going to run you about $5,000. I don't know about you, and even if I find this toy pretty cool, I think I could find a lot better ways to spend $5,000. Now you'll notice on the box that it teased an 8-inch Greatest American Hero action figure line, also from Mego. But where were they? You saw this toy at the stores and you wanted your 8-inch figures? You couldn't get them. Why? Mego never released them. Damn sad. The 8-inch Mego Greatest American Hero action figure line was to be released in either late 1981 or early 1982. Most likely around the Christmas season of 81, but they never got released. But believe it or not, prototypes have made into collectors' hands. There's 3 different prototypes of the Ralph, the Greatest American Hero figure. Let's take a look at it. Here's the prototype of the Ralph action figure. And believe it or not, a toy collector found this at a local flea market in a $1 junk box. We know about 5 prototypes of Ralph that made it into collectors' hands. There's 3 different prototypes, 2 early prototypes and 1 final card sample figure. The final Ralph action figure has more colored hair to look like the actor. But hey, this wasn't the only figure planned for this 8-inch line. They were going to make even Pam. And here's the production sample that someone found, believe it or not, in Scotland. And what a forehead on this prototype action figure. I really hope Mego would have sized down this forehead before they released it. There's only 2 loose prototypes and 2 carded samples known to exist of the Pam action figure. So you got your Ralph, you got your Pam, but you need your Bill. How can you play with your unreleased The Greatest American Hero action figure line without Bill? So let's take a look at the prototype for the Bill action figure. Heroes West Coast was able to get their hands on a carded sample of Bill Maxwell that they got from a former department store toy buyer. There is an earlier prototype of Bill with gray hair. As you can see here, the face doesn't look as much like Robert Culp. And if you look closely at the Bill figure, and if you're a nerd with way too much time on your hands, you'll notice that he's wearing boots from the Mego Dukes of Hazzard figures, and a watch from the Chips action figure. Now before you tell me about the Ralph figure that was released later, sometime in the 2000s, yes there was. Here it is. FX Show did release the Ralph action figure that had that familiar Mego look and the same package. And believe it or not, this one will cost you into the hundreds also. Now there's no official reason why Mego didn't release this 8-inch line. Maybe the action figure box set with the car didn't sell that well, so they got worried about this one. At this time, the TV show was having nice ratings. I don't know if it was beating Silver Spoons in the ratings, but I'm pretty sure it did better than Gloria. So why did Mego get cold feet to release this 8-inch action figure line when it was so far in development? Well, sadly, we may never know. But that's our look at the unreleased and the released Greatest American Hero action figure line. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and I really enjoyed telling you all about it. Now I'm going to go online to see if I can find some nude pictures of Robert Culp.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.